everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Nuzhat and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 16th of March 2022. Starting with very first question. Pandrethan temple, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which Indian state or union territory? So Pandrethan temple is a 8th century heritage site that is situated in Badami Bagh, Srinagar, which lies in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. So the Chinar Corps of the Indian Army has designated the site recently, and in this regard, the unit was accorded recognition by the National Monuments Authority of the Ministry of Culture. So this site hosts several figurines of 2nd century in the form of 2 large monolithic rock Shiva Lingams, 7 Gandhara style sculptures, etc. Okay. So coming to the question part, first question says, which among the following passes connects Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir? Basically in this slide you'll see a lot of questions regarding passes, which is your static GK part. Fine. So the pass which connects Himachal Pradesh with Jammu Kashmir is called Bara-Lachala Pass. Fine. Second question is, which among the following mountain passes are correctly matched? First is Shipkila, connects Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. No, it is wrong, because Shipkila Pass basically connects Himachal Pradesh with Tibet. Okay. Then second statement says Bara-Lachala Pass connects Himachal Pradesh and Tibet. No, it is also wrong, because I have told you here that Bara-Lachala Pass connects Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. So this is also wrong, and correct answer would be neither 1 nor 2. Then third question says, which among the following mountain passes are correctly matched? First is Jilepla Pass. It connects Himachal Pradesh with Jammu and Kashmir. No, basically the Jilepla Pass connects Sikkim with Lhasa, and Lhasa is the capital of Tibet. Then it says Dihang Pass connects Arunachal Pradesh with Myanmar. Yes, this is right, because Dihang Pass obviously lies in Arunachal Pradesh and it connects Arunachal Pradesh with Myanmar. Then third says Shipkila Pass connects Himachal Pradesh with Tibet. I have told you here that yes, it connects Himachal Pradesh and Tibet. This is also right. Correct answer would be only 2 and 3. Now last question says, as per the Köppen's classification of Indian climate, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are the parts of which of the following climatic region? So the climate of these areas are basically tundra region, which are known for its extremely cold weather, and they are usually snowy in winters. Okay. Now let's see some of the important passes as well. Very famous pass is Umlingla Pass, and it connects Leh to the Pangong Lake. Do remember that this is also the highest motorable pass. Next is Lipu Lake. It basically connects Uttarakhand with Tibet. Right? Then another pass is Rohtang. It lies in Himachal Pradesh. Then there is a pass called Niti, and it connects Uttarakhand with Tibet. Now one question for you. You have to tell me the Zojila Pass connects which 2 places? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 2. Who has been appointed as the chairman of the National Financial Reporting Authority? So the government has appointed former Finance Secretary Mr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey as the chairman of National Financial Reporting Authority. And the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has approved his appointment for a period of 3 years. And he retired as a Revenue Secretary in February 2021. Okay. Now let's see some of the important recent appointments. Who was recently reappointed as MD and CEO of IDBI Bank for a 3-year term? Answer is Mr. Rakesh Sharma. Next is, who was recently appointed as a full-time member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council for a 2-year term? Answer is Sanjeev Sanyal. Next question says, who was recently appointed as Honda Cars India's new president and CEO? This is Mr. Takuya Sumara. Next is, who was recently appointed as the brand ambassador for the gaming app A23? Very easy answer. The world famous Shah Rukh Khan. Next is, who was appointed as the brand ambassador for the Krishi Network application? This is Mr. Pankaj Tripathi. The next is, who has been appointed as the new CEO and MD of Air India recently? It is Mr. Ilkar IC. And last question says, who recently was appointed as the Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India? The answer is Mr. Aniket Sunil Talati. Fine. Question number 3. As of March 2022, what is the India's place in the global list in terms of market capitalization? So India's equity market has entered into the world's top 5 list in terms of market capitalization for the very first time. And the country's total market cap stands at $3.21 trillion. And the first 4 places are occupied by USA, China, then at third it was Japan, and then Hong Kong. After India, it is followed by UK, Saudi Arabia, Canada, France, and Germany. So these are the top 5 countries in terms of market capitalization. So our rank in this is 5th. Okay. Now let's see some of the important ranks of India in different type of indices. First question says, what is the rank of India in Liberal Democracy Index of Democracy Report 2022? So in this, India's rank was 93rd. Then what is the India's rank in the global production of wheat? So we are at the 2nd in the production of wheat, and the first country in terms of this is China. In the International Intellectual Property Index 2022, where does India rank? Basically, in this index, India's rank was 43rd. Then according to a brand finance brand valuation analysis, which Indian insurance company is ranked 10th in the world among insurance brands? So this is LIC. Then what is the rank of India in the 2021 Democracy Index report? Answer is 46. Do not get confused between this democracy report and this one. Okay. Here the rank was 93rd, and in this India's rank was 46. Then what is the rank of India in the USGBC 2021 Global List for Sustainable Spaces? In this, India was ranked at 3rd. Then according to 2020 data, what is the rank of India in millet exports? So we are at the 5th in terms of export of millets. Fine. You have to tell me what is the India's rank in Hindley Passport Index. Do let me know in the comments. Question number 4. Which institution recommends grants to be released to the rural local bodies? So the 15th Finance Commission recommended grants to be released to the states, including grants to the rural local bodies. So recently the government has released 1112.7 crore to Bihar, 473.9 crore rupees to Karnataka, and 634.6 crore rupees to the state of West Bengal, as per the data released by Department of Expenditure, which comes under the Ministry of Finance. Okay. So correct answer is Finance Commission. Now talking about some of the economy related current affairs. Who will lead the RBI's newly formed distinct internal fintech department? First of all, do remember that RBI has created a new department within itself, and the name of that department is Fintech Department. Okay. So who will chair this department? Answer is Mr. Ajay Kumar Chaudhary. Next is, which bank was recently approved by the RBI for international remittance business? This is Fino Payments Bank. Next is, as per the latest meeting of RBI Monetary Policy Committee, what is the policy repo rate? So repo rate that has been fixed from so much time, it is still fixed at just 4%. Can you tell me what is the reverse repo rate right now? Then as per the RBI's norms for entities that harness data from credit information companies or credit bureaus, a company's net worth must be at least dash rupees and it must be owned and controlled by Indian residents. So for this, the company's net worth must be at least 2 crore rupees. Fine. Then recently RBI has extended deadline for what? Update till March 31, 2022. So RBI has extended the deadline for periodic KYC update till 31st March. Then recently, which bank has been impaneled as agency bank by Reserve Bank of India? This bank is CSB Bank. Fine. Next question. Which armed forces Cheetah helicopter has crashed recently in Kashmir's Gurez sector? So a Cheetah helicopter of the Indian Army recently crashed into Kashmir's Gurez sector, killing one of its pilots. And it crashed during a routine mission to evacuate an ailing soldier from a forward post. And since 2017, 15 Air Force and Indian Army helicopters have crashed and 30 personnel have lost their lives. And other crashes since 2017 include 4 other Cheetah helicopters, 2 each for the Army and 2 for the Air Force. Fine. Talking about Indian Army, which company signed a 3,131.82 crore rupees contract with Indian Army to manufacture and deliver Konkurs M anti-tank guided missile? So Indian Army has done this contract with Bharat Dynamics Limited. Then Indian Army's Quantum Computing Laboratory and a Center for Artificial Intelligence has been set up in which state? Answer is Madhya Pradesh. Then which country's Army Chief was conferred the honorary rank of General of the Indian Army recently? So recently, the Army Chief of Nepal was conferred the honorary rank of General of the Indian Army. And which organization has manufactured the multi-mode hand grenades which was recently handed over to the Indian Army? Answer is Economic Explosives Limited. Then recently, with which country India has inked a deal to procure assault rifles for the Indian Army? Very easy question. This country is Russia. Then which country supplied Dragunov sniper rifles to the Indian Army? This we have bought from Russia again. And last question says, Indian Army is planning to lease or it has planned to lease Heron's TP drones from which country? Answer is Israel. You have to tell me, we have bought MH-60 Romeo helicopters from which particular country? Question number 6. Which organization conducts the YUVA Vigyani Karyakram, or you can say YUVIKA program? So Indian Space Research Organization is organizing a special program for school children and named it as YUVIKA. Also it is called as Young Scientist Program. So it aims to impart basic knowledge on space technology, space science and space applications to the young students, especially for those from rural areas. So this program aims to select 150 students across the country who are studying in just class 11th. Fine. Now talking about ISRO, which space mission or satellite of ISRO has detected the solar proton events for the very first time? So this has been detected by our Chandrayaan-2 mission. Now which country's researchers joined ISRO for developing a satellite for the first time? This country is Taiwan. Next question is, which university has been chosen for the NASA-ISRO collaborative research project called as NISAR? The university that has been chosen is Kerala University of Fisheries. Which organization delivered the heaviest ever semi-cryogenic propellant tank to the ISRO? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. With which organization the Department of Space under ISRO has entered into a framework agreement to develop space launch vehicles? Answer is Agnikul Cosmos. Then which organization has become the first space tech startup to enter into an agreement with ISRO? This is Skyroot Aerospace. Fine. Next question. What is the objective of PM Kusum scheme? First of all, what does PM Kusum stands for? Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan, and this scheme was launched in the year 2019 to ensure energy security of farmers. So basically component A includes setting up of grid connected renewable energy power plants. Then component B includes installation of agricultural pumps, irrigation system, and component C includes solarization of these pumps. So recently what happened is the Karnataka cabinet has approved the implementation of Pradhan Mantri Kusum B scheme. Fine. So correct answer would be energy security to farmers. Now let's see some of the important things regarding different ministries. Which state announced a new scheme called Mukhyamantri Chasrami Kalyan Prakalp? Answer is Tripura. Usually in one day exam you would never be asked that this scheme is related to what thing. Only thing you have to remember is this scheme belongs to which particular state. Okay. Second is Bahini is a new scheme announced by which Indian state? Answer is Sikkim. Then which union ministry implements the strengthening of pharmaceutical industry scheme? It is Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizer. Then PLI scheme for drone and drone components was announced by which union ministry? Ministry of Civil Aviation. What is the name of the new scheme launched as a consolidation of MSME incubation, design and intellectual property right schemes? The name is MSME Innovation Scheme. Next is Matru Shakti Udyamita scheme has been recently announced by which Indian state? This is Haryana. Dalit Bandhu scheme is a flagship initiative of which Indian state? It has been announced in Telangana. Okay. Next question. India accidentally fired a missile into which neighboring country due to technical malfunction? So India accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan due to technical malfunction, and a high-level code of inquiry has been ordered into the incident. So as per the Pakistan, the missile flew more than 100 kilometers inside the airspace at an altitude of 40,000 feet before it landed. As there was no warhead on the missile, so it did not detonate. Okay. Now talking about Pakistan, let's see some of the important things. Who has been awarded the Hilal-e-Pakistan, Pakistan's second highest civilian honor? First of all, do remember that the second highest civilian honor of Pakistan is Hilal-e-Pakistan, and it has been given to Bill Gates. Next question. Which province of Pakistan has the site of Mohenjo-daro civilization? This is your static GK, and answer is Sindh. Next is, which one of the following is Indus Valley site in Pakistan? Very obvious answer, Harappa. Then Pakistan has permitted India to transport 50,000 tons of wheat and life-saving medicines to which country? This is a news from 2021, and the answer is Afghanistan. Then which country has gifted the largest and the most advanced warship to grill to the Pakistan Navy? It is China. Question number 9. Which Indian cricketer recently became the highest wicket taker in the history of the Women's World Cup? So veteran Indian pacer Jhulan Goswami has created history by becoming the highest wicket taker in the history of Women's World Cup. So she achieved this during the match with West Indies women in the ongoing ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2022. So she has now clinched 40 wickets in just 31 matches in the Women's World Cup and has surpassed Lynn Fullstone, and she belonged to Australia. Okay. Now in the next slide we will see some of the sports related current affairs. Who is the first Indian women cricketer to appear at 6 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup? This is Mithali Raj. Next is, which cricketer has the highest wicket haul in test matches? Answer is Murli Dharan. Next is, who is the only second player to win ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year award? Answer is Smriti Mandhana. Who is the only Indian cricketer to feature in the ICC T20I Team of the Year for 2021? So the only Indian cricketer to be featured in ICC T20I Team of the Year is again Smriti Mandhana. Indian cricketer Rishabh Pant has been appointed as the brand ambassador of which particular state? So he has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Uttarakhand. Then Ejaz Patel, who recently clinched 10 wickets in an innings, is a cricketer from which country? He is from New Zealand. Which Indian cricketer recently became the third highest wicket taker in Test? This is R. Ashwin. Fine. Now coming to last question. When is the International Day of Mathematics celebrated? So 14th of March is celebrated as International Day of Mathematics across the world, and it is a project led by the International Mathematical Union with the support of international and regional organizations. Also, it is celebrated in many countries as Pi Day. Why? Because that date is written as 3/14 in some countries, and the mathematical constant pi is approximately 3.14. Okay. Now let's see some of the important days. What is the theme for World Wildlife Day 2022? We celebrate this day on 3rd of March, and this time theme was recovering key species for ecosystem restoration. Okay. Next question is, what is the theme for WHO's World Hearing Day 2022? So this time theme was to hear for life, listen with care. Okay. And you have to tell me when do we observe this particular day. Now next question, remove laws that harm, create laws that empower is the theme of which day celebrated on 1st of March. Do remember that on 1st of March we celebrate Zero Discrimination Day. And the theme for this year was remove laws that harm, create laws that empower. What is the central theme of the 2021-22 Economic Survey, which was released on 31st of January 2022? So the theme was Agile Approach. Next question. What is the theme of the Jan Aushadhi Divas 2022? The theme for this year was Jan Aushadhi, Jan Upyogi. And basically Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers celebrated the Jan Aushadhi Divas from 1st of March to 7th of March 2022. Last question is, what is the theme of the National Science Day 2022? We celebrate this day on 28th of February, and the theme for this year was Integrated Approach in Science. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat signing off.